Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I don't think so. I don't know. Is it Tuesday? I think yes, it's Tuesday. Wow, with these holiday weekends really screw you up. It's like it messes with your equilibrium and everything, and it's just so. All right, we're gonna go into focus and attention within the craft. So placing our awareness. We already went over entering the twilight, but this is more of placing your awareness into another realm or another object, or simply placing your awareness on something on your body that needs, say, healing. Say you have something wrong with your foot. Focus your attention on the foot. See what it feels like. All that good stuff. So. Alright, the focus and attention is actually really important before you do any kind of trance work or any kind of, meditation work, trance work, or, trance channeling, and you need to be really careful. I mean, a lot of people need to be really careful with what they do. So, because it will just rip your body apart. It will literally rip your body apart. You will get no rest, you will get no sleep, and you can even go crazy. So, I think that's my problem. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. Maybe. Alright, so focus and attention, obviously. Having looked into our immediate physical and spiritual well-being, it is time to turn our attention to our finer details. So, before being able to enter any form of trance or other world, it is necessary to sharpen the focus of the mind and concentrate on where the attention is placed. The better to be able to place it where we will, when we will. So it is all about your will. You are willing your attention on an object. Usually it's just remembering. So usually when people are visualizing and doing this in meditation, or if they're actually doing this, placing their awareness on something else, they are actually just imagining, remembering what this place felt like. So keep that in mind. So this may seem obvious and simple to many people, but if you think about it, it's not that simple of a matter at all. And it's not. Meditation's really hard, and people think, oh, I'm going to meditate. No, you're not. It's going to take you a bit. We are all bombarded every second of every minute of every hour of every day by constant sensations, emotions, and distractions. The average person spends no more than a few seconds at a time focusing on a single thought or object before the attention is wiped away by the demands of something else. So it's all about focusing your attention, placing your awareness to where you want to go. It sounds really easy, and it's just not. So, and it says here, I'm not just referring to the demands of modern life. Take a relaxing walk in the country, and you will still have multiple areas to focus on, even if they are natural. The trees, the plants, the sky, the bird song, the sound of running water, the wind in the trees. All these things impinge, I like that word, on our conscious minds and distract our attention. Everything distracts us. So, to be able to enter trance and or project our consciousness into different realms of reality, we have to hold, I don't know what I wrote there. We have to hold the focus, writing is crazy, of that conscious attention onto a single thing or point without interruption or distraction. So, the beginning of the focus is the control of our breathing. So, alright, here's a little bit about the breath. And no, this is not, Kundalini and, Chi and all that, New Age stuff. No, it's not. So, now the breath, as breathing, is the single most important factor in keeping us alive. Obviously, we have to breathe. It is amazing how little importance that most people place or attach to it. So breathing oxygenates our blood and eliminates waste like carbon dioxide. So it therefore regulates our heartbeat and controls our state of consciousness. It's crazy what the breath does to us. You can breathe yourself into a frenzy. You can make yourself go crazy with your breath. Ultimately, it affects our mental clarity and thought processes and dictates what state of reality we exist in. Look, a little scary. I mean, when you think about the breath compared to, being, breathing and focusing and then placing your attention on a place of, being psychotic, in an organic state of psychoticness. It would be crazy. Now, nearly all cultures throughout history have placed great emphasis on the control of the breath. for the production of any kind of mystical state of experience. Breath is to be considered literally the stuff of life and sacred in many cultures. Now, some techniques, such as certain forms of yoga, elevate breathing to an art form and claim all sorts of things for it, but we need not go there. No, you don't need to go there. As stated elsewhere, the craft has essentially a practical and common sense approach, so we need only look at what is practical to our purposes here. We are aiming at sitting and quietening, making the mind quiet of the conscious mind, the better to focus our awareness on the areas we are concerned with. So breathing should begin from the stomach by pushing the belly out and then the diaphragm down, hence pulling air in and filling the whole of the lung capacity on the in-breath. So conversely, the out-breath should begin from the top of the lungs, the diaphragm back up, hence ridding the lungs entirely of stale, used air. When you do that, when you breathe from your stomach, you feel a lot better daily. I've noticed that I do breathe from my stomach quite a bit. I like it. Now, both the in-breath and out-breaths should be through the nose, not the mouth. Through the nose, not the mouth, as that's what it's there for. A full proper breath is cleansing, inspiring, literally, healing, and energizing, and forms the essential basis on which to begin any form of exploration in other realms. So yeah, we kind of got to go through it to be able to, yeah, you got to control the breath, you got to be able to meditate, you got to be able to, go into a different state of consciousness without shocking your body when you come back. So yeah, it does get a little crazy. Now, where to go? So be careful not to overdo it, though, as prolonged total breathing, for one not used to it, can cause hyperventilation and collapse. So yeah, just be careful. I'm going to give the exercise tomorrow. I don't want anybody collapsing today on me. So here follows an explanation of the basic total breathing technique. So we will actually go into that tomorrow. It's really easy, but I mean, you can really harm yourself. So it's kind of scary. Kind of scary, and this has nothing to do with with Kundalini, with none of that. Most of the craft is not concerned with Kundalini whatsoever. If you want to experience and experiment with that type of thing, yeah, go elsewhere because that's not what the traditional craft is all about. Okay. Let's do some coffee talk. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. It's so interesting how everything works, and it's just great. I love it. I love how everything, just flows. And once you get, I've done the breathing technique. In my book, I have, Ouija Pop. That gives you all kinds of exercises to begin to actually trance channel through the board, but you can use those on your own. You don't have to use those specifically for the board. The heart breath meditation is claimed to be by so many different people, but it is not one person's method. So my method may be similar to Karen Dahlman's, because she was the biggest inspiration for me to continue to Ouija and to write my books. So her inspiration definitely was the most genuine to me, and I love her to death. Even though we don't talk anymore, I love you, Karen. You are still amazing. I still have all your books. I have them right above my bed, right above where I sleep. So I have you, and your letter. Thank you, my friend. So yeah, it's just really nice. It's really nice to have the spirits of Ouija, all your books with me. Because they are you're my guide still. You're my muse. You inspired me to no end. It was so much inspiration. And that's how my books came about. With a little bit of help from the board. And Karen, you are very right. When you're writing a book with the board, you are like, okay, so it does tell you, well, don't change this, but maybe go back and kind of see if, this is something that you could maybe elaborate on. It's just incredible. It really is. So, alright, Diane Hannon. Hi, love. How are you? Hey, gorgeous. Aw, sorry I missed you last week. It was a little crazier than usual here. Yeah, we're going to get our new roofs put on this month, and I'm really terrified that, old farmhouses and renovations never mix. Ever. I'm terrified. I'm terrified what's going to happen. Lady Witch. Hi, love. I love your picture. Thank you. For what? I'm not going to tell someone their path is wrong, including the Christian witches. I totally agree. I mean, but I will never be able to understand it. LOL. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And since we were all, the Christian religion and the Catholicism is what killed, many people of our kind. So, in the name of God, in the name of love, or purging, or whatever you want to call it, which is ridiculous, and it's just nonsense. Okay. I've always wondered if the church just scrubbed the Warrens out of existence because of their beliefs. They do know about the Warrens. They do. They know about them. They're heretics in the church's eyes. The Roman Catholic Church, they're heretics. The Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, will never bring in an outsider. So, nope. They have no basis in reality with the churches. There's one wayward church, Catholic Church, which is a really crazy, non-Orthodox church that actually just kind of let them take over. So the priest here told me that they were not recorded either. Nope. You can't find records of them because they did not have much involvement with the Vatican. They did not have anything to do with the church. So, I just think it's ridiculous. But we all know they existed. He deserved to be tossed out, though, in my honest opinion. Yeah. So yeah, they were, because she is practicing her psychic abilities, trying to open them up. She said she never read any books, Lorraine. Well, then how did she know what the word aura was? How did she know what the word clairvoyancy meant? How did she know clairaudience? How did she know, the tasting, clairsentience? That's something else. There's clear senses. How did she know all these terminology? Because Ed studied the occult. That's why. So, they're not liked by the Catholic Church. Gustavo, my brother. Hi, coffee, of course, always. Always coffee, my brother. Hi, oh, Italian Stallion. There we go. Like it? Alright, guys, that's about it. So yeah, they'll never, you guys know what I'm getting at. But they were not relevant figures in the Catholic Church. That's just what they wanted people to believe. So I'm over it. It's annoying. It really is annoying. So we all know that they were frauds, and that's all we can do, is just give that information out. But alright, guys, tomorrow we'll do the heart breath, or not the heart breath meditation, but the full breathing technique, and just be careful with it. Just be a little careful. So I love you guys very much. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and just don't be peacing out on me. I love you guys with all my heart, all the way from always Venus. No, I have not been working out, all the way back down. I love you guys with all my heart, and thank you guys for your amazing comments and all of what you guys contribute to this page, because without you guys it would be nothing. So I love you guys.